Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for May 29th, 2026. We've got Hinterlands, Renaissance, and Alchemy today. And we've got Cathedral crashing, but we've also got Berserker. That's rough. There's also no plus actions on this board. Hmm. Hmm. So getting Cathedral in the face of Berserker can be very dangerous. Um, hmm. You can, because you're still gonna have to trash a card from your from your 3 card hand, which will knock you down to 2 cards. Uh, I'm wondering if what we do is plan. Well, okay, I guess I should give the full overview first. So yeah, Cathedral is the big trasher here, but we will also have Trader, Ducat, and Farmland. Only Trader even has the potential to actually like thin cards. Well, I guess Farmland with enough cost reduction in play. I mean, it's still not net thinning because you're gaining a farmland, but at least like wouldn't necessarily have to gain another card. I mean, maybe you'd want to gain the card anyway, so that's not necessarily that meaningful. But yeah, the trader trashing copper. Well, I guess you could also trash more expensive cards with trader with cost reduction in play as well, and potentially not gain silvers off of them. Um, it's still, a terminal 1 card trasher, so it's not exactly inspiring, but and on a board with no terminal space as well. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah. Oh my god. There is, Berserker notwithstanding, there is some synergy between Trader and Seer. Trader can turn estates into silvers that Seer can draw. I mean, Seer can draw estates as well, although if you get Canal or get a highway in play, then you wouldn't be able to anymore. Ducat can turn, you can trash copper, replace it with a Ducat, and then Seer draws that if you don't have the cost reduction in play. The cost reduction is pretty good for Seer initially because you reduce Seer's cost by 1 and Seer can draw itself. So that's pretty nice. Berserker does not gain anything from cost reduction. Um, hmm, can it possibly be correct to go ahead and get Cathedral? There are plenty of gains. That part isn't the issue. Spices for plus buy, Ducat for plus buy, Berserker. I didn't talk about draw, but we got Seer, Alchemist for draw, Guard Dog also, but again with no terminal space. That's not going to be too useful. Uh, is there no autoplay for Alchemist? Well, I guess here that's just as well because I was going to turn it off. Um, this is such a big decision point on whether or not to get Cathedral. If we don't get Cathedral, what do we do? We could consider playing with Alchemist. Um, but we wouldn't open Potion in any case. And I don't love opening Trader either, because that would be not very good at being price points. It might just be double silver or silver ducat, which are not exactly the most inspiring choices. If we open Cathedral, we're probably opening Cathedral Silver. I do kind of wonder whether the deck that doesn't play with Cathedral is able to draw well enough to consistently play Berserker, is the other thing. It could certainly be the case that it wouldn't. If you can get Canal, like Seer will be very good draw. So like even from a 2-card hand, maybe you can get things going. Oh boy. The other thing is not opening an action card, which you're probably not going to. I mean, you could open Guard Dog to try to get an early Berserker attack in. But otherwise, you're not playing Berserker until like turn 5, 6 at the earliest. Hmm. It's definitely tricky. I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if the bot goes for some like rush involving Berserker and Tunnel. With enough cost reduction, gaining goals from Tunnel would not be bad. That, like, what Canal wouldn't be enough to make gold drawable by Seer, but Canal and one highway would. Hmm. And obviously, you can farmland golds into provinces. I'm really torn here. Wow. Okay. Also thinking if we don't go for Cathedral, I'm wondering if it would actually make sense to open Trader Silver. Probably could be Trader Ducat, but like the reasoning being that you want to play the Trader to trash estates like in the early going before you're going to get like to play Berserker anyway, and then Berserker becomes your terminal, and like the Trader is a dead card, but that's not the end of the world. Maybe also Trader exchanging on Ducat like could make sense where you get a Ducat, you trash a copper, and then you exchange the Ducat for a silver. If you want to buy or not, like Ducat or silver is a little bit better for Seer draw with the cost reduction, of course. You're still going to end up with all these freaking silvers in your deck, though. You need a lot of Seers to make that work. If you go for the Cathedral line, it's going to be easier to just play with like some spices and highways and then call that good. I think I'm going to go for Cathedral. Maybe it's insane, but I'm going to do it. I do think I want to take a silver over a ducat. We're gonna trash the coppers naturally anyway. Those are the early potion. Interesting. So next turn we've got 5. We probably take a spices. We could take a potion here. So we're gonna have to be careful about alchemist top decking. But raw is good. Wow, that was lucky. All right, are we taking seer already? Are we taking canal already? Canal doesn't really do anything for our next turn. Um, well, we have 3 coppers, spices, potion on top. Trash a copper. That's 4 and a potion. If we buy canal now and the bot like finds its alchemist and plays it or it gets a berserker and attacks, we discard the other 2 coppers and we still have 2p for an alchemist. And we do have the plus buy for next turn. If we don't get attacked, maybe we add another silver. That part's not as exciting, but we could also potentially buy us spices and then immediately spend the coffers. That would probably actually make more sense. Anyway, so I think I do get canal here. Yeah, I think this is spices alchemist. Or is seer already better? And now that I have this potion. Seer will draw the 2 spices and the potion. I think I'll take the alchemist. Bot buys a guard dog. Well, that's a good sign. Hmm. No plus buy. Do we take one more spices? 2 of the 3 cards on the bottom are spices. It's really annoying. I think Berserker could gain us any cards that we want. We get attack with it. Um, Probably just meant to take another alchemist for now. Okay. And we get spices and a seer. Time for highways. Another alchemist. There's spices. highway. That's good for now. Oh, look at that. Okay. Is this cheap? Another highway. Another highway. Hmm. If 5 buys right now, maybe we take 1 more spices and another highway. If 4 highways, provinces will cost 4. I think I do want to top deck all 3 of these. Obviously, makes it less likely that, well, okay. Annoying, but I'm definitely not top decking 4 alchemists here. I think we just top deck 3. Okay, so we have 16 money. So we could take 4 provinces. I think I'll hold off 1 more turn on that. Last alchemist. Oh, I forgot about canal. That's why. Yeah. So 1 more highway. Provinces cost 3. More highway. Provinces cost 2. We have 6 buys. The bot has 3 buys, so we're not at immediate risk of a pile out. Is it worth getting a 7th buy? Having the coffers isn't bad either, obviously. I think so. And then maybe 1 more seer and 1 more highway. We could take 1 more spices too. And just try to get all 8 provinces. Well, that's terribly likely, but maybe we don't even need. Let me back this up. So 6 buys. Let's just go ahead and say 7 buys, 8 buys. Okay. And the alchemist. So right now we have, best case scenario, we trash the potion. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 24 coins. So by 8 provinces, they would need to cost only 3, which we can do with 1 highway. We get 1 additional highway as insurance, and then another seer. 2, 3. And I guess trashing an alchemist wouldn't be the end of the world either. Yeah, let's just top deck 4 of them. We've got a bonus highway that we don't need, so we can trash a highway too. We'll also need now just trivially win on piles. And we should have enough. 70. We have exactly enough to empty the provinces. Perfect. Okay. Well, I will say this much. If you're not going to play with Cathedral, then you gotta play with, and your opponent is playing with it, you gotta play with Berserker. Like, the bot absolutely should have been attacking me with Berserker. Like, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's not really the terminal you want to be playing with here from like the perspective of your own deck, but it's just, yeah, it's you can't hope to win if you're not trashing and you're not attacking that, and your opponent is doing one of those things. I mean, I guess if I had been not trashing and playing Berserk, maybe that's fine for the bot. I don't know, but yeah, this is just like, you got to either click on Cathedral, or if you're not going to click on Cathedral and your opponent does, you got to play with Berserker. I think those, it's got to be one of those two things. If neither player clicks on Cathedral, maybe you go ahead and skip Berserker. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of junk to discard at that point, but yeah. Anyway, well, that was, yeah, it was extremely straightforward as it worked out. I was like, when I was deliberating on this, I was like, oh man, I could regret this so much, but I sure didn't. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.